And welcome back to the Anime Den. And this time around we're doing a Ryofu Housen or Housen Maid Suntan version, again from the Griffon Enterprises R line for, of course, Ikki Tousen. And like all the other ones from Griffon Enterprise, again it's just a windowed box with imagery on the box of course, what you're going to find inside. Because on all these boxes it has for ages over 15 plus. So of course this video, like some of the other ones we've done for the Griffon Enterprise ones, is probably going to get a little bit blue. So if you're a bit squeamish, turn off now. So let's get her out of the box. And we're back now. We have Ryofu Housen out of the box. And the first thing when you get out of the box you're going to notice, you get a lot of extra little bits. So there's a couple of little sort of tabs. I think these are for the arm, so maybe Griffon is appreciative that these might snap at some point. And of course you get this nice little sort of bow tie looking thing, which I think I know where it goes, so we'll come back to that in a minute. So of course, like all the Griffon Ikki Tousen statues, you get this fairly bland looking base. So it has that nice little plate on the front again, but again it's just basically a glorified frisbee with a metal plate on it. And then you of course get your statue, which again is very well detailed statue, typical of everything from Griffon Enterprises, and like all the range from the Ikki Tousen range, it's a bit naughty. So of course there's no panties, and there's a lot of other things that can come off too, but all in all it's a very cool statue. So of course, again, for all those pervos out there, what can't you do with this statue? Well, of course you get a set of instructions actually which come with it this time. So this is probably the first time I've seen the Griffon Enterprise figure box like this from the Ikki Tousen range, an actual set of instructions on how to do things, which is good because, you know, it can become very difficult otherwise. So by the looks of the book, it says, without breaking her, that her head does come off, and there's a head. So we'll just, and we dropped a bit. So that nice little necktie she had just pops off, just a little hold on, and there again of course is her head. And from there of course you can actually then remove her garments, which apparently you have to remove in two pieces. So you actually have to basically pull her apart to make it happen. So first thing you got to do is pull her arms off, and that's what those other pieces are for. Because you actually have to gently, without breaking her. Okay, so it's interesting, curiouser and curiouser, as they say. We'll come back in just a moment once we've figured this technical difficulty aside with our, of course, headless Ikki Tousen statue. So to strip her, as per se, first thing you got to do is gently wiggle her arms out sideways. And there are keyway held in arms. So there's the arm. You see the keyway there. Let's bring it back a bit. And there's of course the first arm. And then of course you would then gently wiggle out the other arm. And there's actually a very tight connection, which is very good. And there's of course the other arm. And once you've done that, and that actually now explains the other piece that we saw before when we first got the box here, you can then just gently remove the garment. And there we have, of course, the garment once removed. And what you're left with is, of course, a mutant, the remnants of. So, of course, now we just put Ryofu back together. So it's actually a little bit technical, very technical in places. You're essentially going to have to build the arms before you build the arms. So of course you take those little bits we saw before at the start of the video, you put them in, and then you can just locate them incorrectly. They just shove in like that. So there we go. And we replicate that on the other side. Again, take the arm, take the little keyway which just pushes into the arm, pushes into there, and places it back together like that. And then the head just pushes on. And of course before we saw this little bit here, And that's actually used to hold the garment together when it's sitting on her. It just sort of sits on like that. So now we have, of course, a naked Ryofu statue. Completely, utterly naked. Well, with the exception of her shoes. And of course, we're not going to go too deep into that. But there we go. That is, of course, the Ikki Tousen Ryofu Housen Maid Suntan version from Dragon Destiny. And just again to show you how easy it is to transform her, we'll just quickly put her apart and put her back together properly. Why not? If you've watched this far, might as well watch it to the end. Oops. We're dropping stuff. Thank God we're on a carpeted floor. And again, it's just a matter of wrapping the costume back around her. And this is all very soft plastic, so it's very easy to maneuver as you need to. All these Ikki Tousen statues are made out of this very sort of soft, rubbery plastic when it comes to the garments. Sorry, I'm off camera again. So we just put it back together like that. And of course the other arm back together like that. Put her little collar back on. Put her little bow back on. Once it wants to go on, we're coming off camera again a couple of times. Very tight indeed. And back on with the head. And then we have, of course, Ryofu back together. A little bit nicer looking again. There we have, of course, the Dragon Destiny Ikki Tousen Ryofu Housen Maid Suntan version. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.